When the 88th Texas Legislature finally wrapped up in May of this year, I was disheartened. We all felt let down after an amazing effort, but we felt like we had failed. We felt washed up. We were told, just wait till next year, except in Texas, it would be 2 years before the next session. We wanted transactional gold and silver as an opt-out to the Great Reset. It is, in my opinion, the one thing that we can do individually or in the states that would change the game entirely. Imagine using gold and silver as a currency with the convenience of a debit card, full privacy protections, no worries about inflation, and no worries about capital gains taxation if your gold or silver gained in value. And it's all backed up by the Constitution and the Supreme Court rulings. It's a dream monetary system, and it was within our grasp. We're a few short hours from getting it passed. We came so close in May. The Texas Legislature, in the House particularly, we had the support. And in the Senate, we knew that they would pass it all through to the governor, and we felt like he'd sign it. And then came the defeat. It wasn't voted down. We just ran out of time. You know what it felt like? It felt like the Texas Rangers in the 2011 World Series. They lost to St. Louis 4-3 after losing a 2-game lead. They were a single strike from victory in Game 6 that year. And they'd already lost the World Series in the previous year, 2010, making them the first back-to-back losers in history. That was a painful memory for Rangers fans. But guess what? They won this year. The Rangers took a decade to regroup and get back to victory. While we licked our wounds from the 88th Texas Legislature in May, we took pride in being the first state in more than a century to actually actively contemplate a state-level, gold-based monetary system that would offer people a genuine choice in money. It was and remains revolutionary. And it didn't die off. We regrouped over the summer. In June, I wrote Pirate Money. And then we held a legislative summit at Liberty Hawk Ranch in August. We even met the CEO of Glint, who spent the week with us. He flew from London and spent a week with us. And we inspired some people in Florida we didn't know at the time, also in New Hampshire, and they began working on legislation in their states. There's a group called Citizens for Sound Money, and they said, hey, that's a pretty good idea they're doing in Texas. Instead of just pushing the lighter bills that they were planning on, let's go for broke. Let's go for transactional gold and silver. And guess what? They stepped up, and we've joined with them and been working with them to get this moving forward. And our friend Art Alley of Timothy Plan, you know, Timothy Plan, who sponsors this show, he made some introductions for us in Florida. Art's a very prominent man there in the state, and he got us invited to speak at a dinner gathering at the Governor's Club in Tallahassee, just across from the Capitol. You know, 1/4 of the entire legislative body from the Florida House and Senate showed up, as well as representatives from the governor's office and representatives from their chief financial officer's office. I think it's funny. In Texas, we have a comptroller. Many states have a treasurer. In Florida, they have a chief financial officer. They are very businesslike in Florida. In fact, you go to their Capitol. The old Capitol looks very traditional. The new Capitol looks like a big modern office building. And we walked the halls, and we started talking to people, and we got support. In Texas, Representative Mark DeRazio and Senator Tan Parker and others have kept the embers burning, and things have started to catch fire.